Hey, comic book fans, your friend, the Fast Comic Guy here, and today I got a big box of CGC graded comics from my friend Ryan. Basically, they get mailed to the border between Canada and the US, and he picks them up randomly, so I don't really know what's been mailed there, and it's multiple orders, so there's a lot here, actually. So I'm looking forward to checking them out with you guys. I think I kind of have an idea of what the grades are, but don't like have them like all memorized or anything. So here we go. This is the first one right here. We got Miles Morales Spider-Man number 30, and that one came back in 9.8, and that one has the Miles. This one has the what do you call it? The label. I love the labels, so that's why I got my. I sent some of my stuff in by myself because Ryan doesn't really do the labels, so I always have to do them myself like that. And this is actually a Bambox exclusive. Actually, if you look on the back there, it says there. So this one's actually pretty rare. They did a whole bunch of comics with signatures. So when they sent out their comics with the signature, you would also get the raw version of it. So that's the raw version. So there's actually not that many of the raw ones out for that one. So let's continue. All right, we got Spectacular Spider-Man 64. We got an 8.0 on this guy, and I'm pretty happy about that one. It's this is the first appearance of Cloak and Dagger. This one was actually a birthday gift from my girlfriend, and I was kind of saving it to get signed, but then I decided, no, I just want to get it graded. And yeah, it's got the custom label on the top there too. So we'll just do that real quick. All right, what we got next? Ooh, this is a really good one. We got Wolverine. What's the number on this thing? Wolverine number 66. This is actually the first appearance of Old Man Logan. 9.8. It's got the custom cover on it and like the custom label. I am. This is going to go on the wall for sure. I am really happy about that one. The one my girlfriend gave me, I'll put that to the side or something like that. Unless she gives me like the stink eye, then I have to put it up. Alrighty, so that one's there. No, Cloak and Dagger are one of my favorite, I guess, duos. And ooh, all right. So this one, I like to go to comic book conventions and I get the custom covers. And my favorite cover is Web of Spider-Man 32, and that's like Spider-Man coming out of the grave. So I usually go to some of my favorite artists, and one of my favorite artists is Scott Hanna, and I also got Tom Gurmit. So they've worked together before, and actually Scott was really happy when I commissioned both of them together. So Tom, he penciled it, and then Scott, he inked it. So this is Moon Knight number 1, a homage to Web of Spider-Man number 32, him coming out of the grave. It is just a beautiful comic. I I am really happy about that. This is the fourth or fifth, one, two, three. I think this is the fourth one I have of this homage that I've gotten comic book artists to do. So that is just a beautiful comic. I'll have to send a picture of it to my friend at Longbox Love Affairs, or yeah, Longbox Love Affair, and because he loves getting the custom comics done too. Oh, all right. So same thing at the same expo. This wasn't a custom cover, but it's Robin number 1, signed by both Scott and yeah, Spot and Tom. So I'm really happy about that. This came back a 9.8. It's not really, it's the collector's foil edition. Actually, it even says it's the first appearance of a guy named Redbird, and it's the embossed foil cover. So I'm really happy that that actually came back a 9.8, because if this didn't come back a 9.8, this would have been worth nothing. Like the comic at like a 9.6 is like $20, and I would be like, well, that's a few $100. That was $100 well spent. So this coming back as a 9.8 with 2 signatures is great. And this one, if we're starting the same trend, yes, and not the last custom cover. This one was done by Nate Jones. He did a Poison Ivy #1. Nate, I've gotten a lot of custom comics from him over the years. He does great work. The last one he did for me was a Black Cat. So I gave him the Poison Ivy this time, and it looks spectacular. Definitely going to go on the wall next to all of his. And yeah, like Nate, he does really great work. He worked on the Boulder Gate games back in the day, so, and he lives up in Edmonton. All right. Oh, this is the one that made me sad because I saw it and my Amazing Spider-Man #300. I had it signed by Todd McFarlane, and then I sent it back in to get it signed by David, the writer, and it's been graded probably 4 times before this time, and each time it came back in 8.5, and it's been pressed and cleaned. The first time when it came back in 8.5, it was not pressed and cleaned, and I pressed and cleaned it. I sent it all over the world getting pressed and cleaned. I've sent it to British Columbia. I've sent it to a really good one here in Calgary, Alberta. I've had CGC press and clean it. And when it came back from Todd McFarlane signing, it was came back in 8.5. Then I send it to David. Comes back a lower grade. So the jerk that was grading it this time, I don't know, in his divorce, he probably lost the dog or something like that. I hope he did, and I hope he spills coffee on his lap because that makes this actually makes me angry. The grade drop on this one. I was hoping it would have at least stayed the same. It actually should have gone up because I heard everyone when they checked it the first time when it was before it got pressed and cleaned, they're like, "Oh, there's so many things that are easily to fix on this thing." And when it came back the same grade, I was like, "Well, all right, I guess that's what it's going to be, a solid 8.5 forever." Oh, same guy. This one's signed by David. This is the Amazing Spider-Man 361. This is the first appearance of Carnage. And yeah, this one's from my cousin. I hope he's okay with the 7.5. So I'll put that over here. That 8.0 actually makes me so disappointed. Why not even hang it up on the wall? Just like put it in like a box somewhere. All right, what do we got here? Okay, we're out of the signatures. So this one here is Spectacular Spider-Man 98. This is actually the first appearance of Spot. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, 9.2. This is also the Canadian price variant. So it's got the special label on the top there. Actually, let me make sure it says that because I was actually looking on the back here. Some dude becomes a Spot. Yep, 75 cents price variant, cover price. Alrighty. I'll save these ones to the end. I just didn't like it because they're all kind of like falling over now. Alright, so this one actually doesn't have any real significant value or anything like that. This is I just liked it when I was a kid. Marvel Comics presents 46. So yeah, when I was a kid, probably like 8 or 10 or something like that, I was looking through the old, like the back issue, the back issues, and I saw this one. I just really liked Wolverine when I was a kid, and I thought it was a really cool comic cover. So that's the whole reason why I got it. And never actually, I think I read it once, like when I became more of an adult, but later. But when I first got it, I never read it. And yeah, 9.6. I'm pretty happy about that, and it's got the custom label. And yeah, just basically just a really cool cover. At least I think it's a cool cover. Has a couple of little notes there on the back. Oh, this is pretty cool. All right, so we got Web Spider-Man #1. and that came back a 9.8. I'm really, that's that's really good. And it's got the cool the black suit Spider-Man label. So if I ever go try to sell that, that should be a few $100s actually. I know some people don't like the labels. Like I hear a lot of people the people that don't like the labels, they like to really voice it. I noticed that. All right, X-Force number 11. This is the first appearance of the real Domino. So 9.4. I was going to actually send this into the Rob LaFailed signing, but my friend suggested, well, unless it's going to be a 9.8, do you really want to send it in? Because it's not really that valuable of a comic. And I took it as his advice. Plus, for me to get Rob's signature, it was like $200 a comic. I was a little bit, when he gave me how much I owed him for the other comics, my first Deadpool and first Cable, I kind of choked a little bit. So I'm pretty happy about that. Alrighty. Oh, cool. We got Bloodstone number 3. I have Bloodstone number 1 grade at a 9.6, but I wanted to get the full, there's only 4 of them in this series. So I got number 3 instead of 9.4. I actually would have been cool if it was a 9.6 because then I would have had multiple ones at the same grade. I do have the last one, number 4, but I'm saving that one for signing. And I think out of all the Bloodstones, I kind of like number 1 and number 4 covers the most. That's why, like I said, I'm saving the number 4. Number 4 is kind of like a Raiders of the Lost Ark thing. And the number here is number 2. Again, it came back 9.4. Still, I think, very respectable. This is the second appearance of Bloodstone. Which I wonder if actually, no, they didn't put that on there. Sometimes they put the second appearance of a character, but I guess since they don't think that she's probably that important of a person. Now these ones were hard to find, and I'm quite happy I got them. I want to get, there's 12 of them total, but I only have the first 4 here. So this one here is called Law Blue Girl number 1. This is just basically a comic adaptation of a manga in Japan. I thought it was a cool manga series, had a lot of funny moments in it, and it's even got a wraparound cover, so an 8.5. I think this one probably would have gotten a better grade, but since it has a rusty staple on it, so that unfortunately knocked it down quite a bit. And they're hard. This is a really hard series to find. Not a series meant for kids. And then I got number 2. Again, another 8.5. So I'm pretty happy about that. These came out in 1996, it looks like. Last 2 books. This one actually was the one that got me into collecting these ones. Was when I didn't know they had a comic book adaptation of them. Was number 3, and this one came back in 9.6, so even better. Yeah, like I didn't know. I was just at like a comic book market sale, farmer's market, when the comic book guys had a box of comics, and that one was in it. So I picked it up, and yeah, that's what made it. So I checked out, and yeah, there's 12 of them. So I'm going to try and get all 12. And then this one's number 4. Came back in 9.0. Still better than the 8.5, so I'm happy about that. And yeah, that is the end of my comic book haul, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed it like I did. I can't wait to try to figure out what I'm going to do, trying to find a spot to put most of these comics, but that'll be fun. I don't have very much wall space left down here where I live. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy it, and have a good one. Peace. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate every view I get. Please leave a like below. If you liked what you saw today, please hit the subscribe button on the left and check out one of my other videos on the right. And remember, keep it comics.